Look at
Oh,
this bead.
oh,
Bande
the
Shah
watering on that
Velayat
is
Safi. Okay, it is a King Safi of Safavid
yeah,
period.
trust
Amale
me.
Kalbali, the work of Kalba. Please, beat, take a look at this.
That is beautiful watering. And the sword itself has got a beautiful shape.
Beautiful shape.
The quillen block is nicely and quite deeply carved.
Yes,
Um, Again, you can see from the different colors in the grip scales where the handle was wrapped to give you that
yes,
extra grip,
exactly.
whether it's with wire or with the silk with metallic thread or whatever.
Yes,
It's a very practical thing. I mean, it looks very nice, but it's really to stop your hand slipping. It's like the cross sections of the handle are almost square, so you always know how they're sitting in your hand.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that really nicely made.
Very nicely made. And the gold inlaying, the calligraphy, inscriptions, professionally done. What a beautiful
Yeah,
handwriting.
yeah. I mean, and the delicacy of the cartouche around it.
Yeah,
It's, it's like painted with a very fine brush instead of being
yeah.
inlaid. Really
Mm,
nicely done.
very nicely done. You see that here, for example? I just want you to give, okay, there are different pages of the book, right? For example, this
Yeah.
is from a sword, the cartouche of a sword. Just want you to explain. So this is in English, in Persian, in English, in Persian. You see, you can see that all. The same is here on the page
Yeah, that's
tabs.
good.
You see that? And also look at the table beat. Everything, all dimensions in English are also in Persian. Everything is bilingual.
I think that's such a good idea. The thing that as a person that likes looking at pictures of weapons is measurements matter because
Yeah.
sometimes classic was in a Turkish exhibition that came out to Sydney. I was looking at the catalogue before it arrived, and there was a dagger in there, and it looked like it was that big. But like most people, I didn't read the dimensions. When I saw it, it was that big.
Yeah.
It, and when I went back to the catalogue, there the dimensions were. This is so many centimeters long and everything. Oh yeah, but it was so perfectly made that you could not scale it from a photograph. You couldn't think about how big it is, and there was no way of picking how thick it was because its three-dimensional characteristics were huge. This is really valuable information. I mean, these are really good photographs,
Yes.
but it's difficult to judge scale.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I mean, when somebody's holding it or something, yeah, but even then, the person could be big or small.
Yes.
I mean, when if you've got a picture of me holding a sword, my hand's quite small, so it might make the sword look really big,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and vice versa. So I fully appreciate this method of doing catalogs.
Yes.
And bilingualism is great for this too, because I'm pretty certain, like English fuzzy, there is a way of expressing yourself when you're talking about blades and things that's slightly different from the way you would in casual speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's good for people to be able to see that because then if they come across an old book or something, they'll recognize what's being talked about much better.
It's a different type, your register, as we say. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, it's a register. Yeah.
Please take a look at this.
Oh, see, they're so simple but so effective.
Yes. And this is from Dr. Walkowski's collection. You see on the back, it has wire stitching, seam duzi, very delicate.
Hmm.
And both of them fit into the same scabbard.
Also, it's a double scabbard for the
Yes,
two.
absolutely. B,
So,
take a
so
look at
one's a
this.
general purpose knife, and one's possibly for just cutting off small pieces of food or fruit or something like that.
Yes, please take a look at
Yeah,
this.
they're see. This is why I like Persian cards. It's because it's so utilitarian, but elegant at the same time.
Yes. Both of them are made of Nardebane Muhammad, Chel Pelle.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just looking at that. I've to do it in a card is because normally you see this on swords, you don't see it on
Yes,
smaller
on a
objects.
card. You look at this. Both of them are made of pattern, leather pattern. Both of them.
Mm. See, the
Even the
problem
small one.
after our earlier discussion, I keep thinking of bubbling soups and stews now.
Yes.
So you start to see, oh, that's like a bubble coming up. And I mean, when you think about it in modern steel, how they did that, it's nothing like a bubble coming up. But
You know,
yeah,
I
it's
asked
really,
Nilofar, you this has no gold decoration. Why do you choose this? And she said, look at the pattern. This is exceptional.
yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yes, so please
Yeah.
take a look at this.
Yeah, the thing is, like of course, the rungs of the ladder are made by compression of the pattern. And you can see it, the pattern's big and wavy, and then it gets pushed in really tight, as opposed to somebody just grinding a thing and hammering it back over again.
Yes.
It's the level of skill in making this is very, very high.
Yeah, it's
I
unbelievable.
bet knife makers looking at this would be going, "Oh, I could do that." See, oh yes, it's a good idea. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I love it when people kind of expand their horizons when they see new things in a field they're interested in and go, oh, think of what I could do if I did that with something. It'd just really make you feel good.
That's true. Really beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, that shield.
Yes. From a Dutch collection. Look at this shield. Isn't it beautiful, Veed?
Yeah, and these are it's Qajar, isn't it?
Yes, Qajar, exactly.
Because I'm looking at the
Excuse
hats and
me, excuse
everything.
me. This one is Zand period. My
Zand, is it?
yes, Zand. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry. Because of look at this. Yes,
so it's got the
yes,
yeah, because Qajar ones are just straight and folded,
exactly.
but the Zand ones were
Yes, yes,
pointier.
yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful workmanship.
And you look at this girl, this woman face. You see lots of these Persian, paintings, right?
Hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a interesting thing to have as a shield. Decorate a pretty girl. What the guy's attacking? Oh, yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Oh, let's look at the girl before it's attack, right? Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And I assume it's poetry around the edge.
Yes, the poetry is also translated in the book. Absolutely, Persian
Oh,
poetry.
excellent. See, I love that when you get to see something and you can work out a few words, but you don't get the feel of the poem because you're not competent
Yes,
to.
it's really
Uh,
beautiful.
One of the things that all Westerners that went to Iran commented on was how many people really understood poetry.
Yes, many.
That how at every level of life, from a shepherd in the field
Yes.
to an intellectual in the city, they all were passionate about poetry.
Thank you very much for mentioning that. I don't know, this is something very Persian. For example,
Mhm.
there is a plumber and he's coming to your place and he's fixing something. And all of a sudden, you hear him, he's singing something, a Persian by Hafiz, a poem by Hafiz, by
Yeah,
Saadi, by Molavi.
yeah.
You know, a plumber knows Molavi, Hafiz, but everyone, someone is serving you tea and singing something of Hafiz. Just,
Hmm.
serving tea
Well,
somewhere.
the thing I think about really good poetry is it was meant to be remembered.
Yes,
I mean, yeah, you wrote it down and you make beautiful calligraphy and everything like that, but it was meant to be heard aloud and it was
yes.
meant to lodge in your mind. And I remember when I was going to school, some of my teachers could just quote huge sections of Shakespeare and things like that
Oh, God.
because these things lock into your brain.
Yes.
And I think it's a thing we've lost culturally in the West. In the last, 40 or 50 years, we don't memorize poems anymore.
Ah,
Luckily, a lot of people memorize songs, and songs are poems set to music in many
yeah,
senses.
absolutely. They are.
So, I mean, we haven't lost the ability. It's just one facet of it has disappeared. I mean, not all poems are worth memorizing, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are very good.
And look at this
Oh,
from a
beautiful.
Dutch collection.
I'm
Bead, look at the
just
quality
looking
of
at the inlay on the bowl of the helmet is just the design is so good.
yes. And Bead, are you ready? Look at the surface.
Oh, watered steel as well.
Yes. Unbelievable, isn't it, Pete?
I mean, sometimes you think, are they gilding the lily in the sense that this is already so beautiful, does it need any extra decoration? But of course, when they're everywhere, to make them stand out,
Look at
then
the
they do.
water pattern, Pete. Isn't it beautiful? The whole surface is
It
like,
is, yeah. And at the other hand, you can see the little cross hatching for the Kothgari,
yes,
uh, and those patterns, this kind of flower petal leaf patterns, are just so consistent in Persian and oh, you see it in Ottoman Turkish as well, because the Ottomans love this too.
yes,
Um,
it is.
for
Absolutely.
centuries, this was just the go-to way of decorating things, and it worked so well.
Yes, absolutely. It's beautiful, Pete, huh?
Oh yeah.
Pete, this is from Mr. Guido's collection, Italian collection. And this is what I
Hmm.
really love. This high level chiseling. You see that?
Yeah. This is an art that in Iran became more and more popular as the centuries went on, and the skill levels got higher and higher.
Yes.
And the type of art that was popular in Iran in painting and that really lends itself to express to be expressed in metal by this high relief carving. I mean, the birds are
Yeah.
they're just so good, and
And
the
the
kind of
matching
stylized.
and the matching collar pommel cap, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is really high grade. That's also walrus ivory, isn't it?
Yes, walrus ivory. Exactly.
Yeah, and the blade has got really quite a strong functional curve.
Yes. Very
I
beautiful.
mean, again, I've only handled a few um, Persian swords in my time, but
Yes.
they were all, to my liking, very well balanced. And that's not saying a lot because my understanding of swords is not as developed as my understanding of bows. And
Yes.
so when I look at them, when I pick them up, I say, does this feel
Yes.
dull, clunky, or does it feel smooth and
Yes.
easily movable?
Yes.
That one looks like it's really quite functional.
Yes.
But the level of decoration. So the interesting thing is, unlike gilding, this high relief carving is going to last for centuries. The
Yes.
gold can be rubbed off,
Yes.
but the kind of quality of steel this is carved into, it's going to keep it for a very long time.
Beat another one from
Oh,
this Guido's collection, Mr. Guido's collection. Please take a look at that.
mm, yeah, that's really, really well done. Is that a signature on there or a
Yes,
name?
it says Shah Ismail.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah,
gold
you could
inlaying
understand.
says Shah Ismail. Yes.
Yeah,
And this is an Asian lion. You see that? I think it's an Asian lion. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's definitely a lion. Yeah, I think so. Like the lions in the forest of Gora, very much
Yes,
in that.
exactly.
Not as bulky and
Yes.
full maned as say an African lion.
Yes.
And the nice little dog down there,
The
it's
dog
full
looks
of
very
life.
happy.
Yeah,
Pete, but look at the
yeah,
quality of carving.
yeah. This is really beautifully done,
Yeah.
and this is what unless you get to see these things, you have no idea this would even exist.
Yeah.
And
Abs-
it's even though it's quite deep carving, it's still restrained within that design.
Yes.
It's I it's hard to explain why I find this quite an effective way of doing things.
Yes.
In that it affects your emotions when you look at it. You get a feeling from it, whereas some things are very sterile.
Absolutely.
Um, but a really nice looking sword.
Very nice looking. And look at this one. This is from Mr. Valkovsky's collection, right? Dr.
Is
Valkovsky's.
that
Sorry. Yes.
is the carving on the blade of the pishkops, is that just chiseling into the steel or is it silver
Yes.
inlay?
No, it's chiseling into steel bead. It
See,
looks,
that's really hard work,
yes,
particularly when watered steel is so hard
yes,
to start off with. I
Yes.
mean, the gold mounted scabbard is really beautifully done.
Yes.
Almost, I mean, almost Bukharan with those little turquoises because I love that in Bukhara.
Yes, they do.
And that's an elephant ivory, isn't it? In the
Yes, it
handle.
is. Yes.
Yeah.
Very
So
beautiful.
such a nice knife.
Very nice.
I do have a soft spot for pish carbs because they are clearly battle weapons. They have no other purpose.
No, of
But
course
they're
not. Yes.
but they're so elegant and so simple.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I mean, another function of a pishkabs is if you're really hardcore, you eat your kebab with the pishkabs.
Well, one of my friends had a little pish carbs with one of those shell inlaid handles, like mother of pearl inlaid handles with
Yes.
greenstone. And it was only that long, and it was two-section blade, and he said it was the best bread knife he'd ever had for cutting French bread. He said it just because it would cut in and then it would split it apart
Yeah,
because of
it
the
does
two-section.
because of the
And I
shape.
thought, so there you go. So
It does.
everything could be turned to food.
So just we just share some of these, ash, the soup,
Mhm.
right? Which is very nice, right? It's
Yeah,
favorite,
I like.
yeah, favorite meal of my daughter as well, Niloufar.
Yeah, well, this is it. You kind of I mainly ate Persian food in restaurants or cooked it at home because I bought recipe books because why
Yes,
not? Um, it's the soup yash type things were the ones that were so satisfying to eat because of the rich flavor. They're not particularly spicy, but they're rich, and you
yes,
kind of get that great mouthfeel. I'm trying to remember the one where you cook meat in the soup and then take the meat out and serve it separately with a
yeah,
sauce.
yes,
We used to have that. There's still a few Persian restaurants in Sydney, but going back 30 years or more, there were people that came out from Tehran that opened a restaurant. There are other people from different places in the country, so slightly different cuisines.
yes,
You got to try all kinds of different things.
yes, yes. So, and you see also a Qajar. This is also a beautiful item, bead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is a really good one. Yeah, I
Now,
like
this
that.
one is from a Finnish collection from Finland, just before I forget to mention. Yep. Very beautiful.
Mm. Finns like good knives. this is a this
Yeah.
is a cultural thing, I think, with the Finns. Um,
Yeah, that's right. And you can see, oh, we saw that already, right? We talked about that. And just look at this differences. Okay, this is in Karbala hilt, right? This is from
yeah.
a Polish collection. This is a Asadullah blade, is marked.
Mm.
This is with saw Shah Ismail, remember? This is also
Mm.
from Guido, Mr. Guido's Italian collection. Very, very wide quillins. And this
Yeah,
is
very well done.
very. And this is
I
Dr.
mean, that
Balkovsky's collection, and with the patent crucible still here in, you can see it clearly. Sorry, Pete, go
oh
on.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to say, I've seen a couple of swords where they've done the cross guard that way with watered steel with a like a banding of gold inlay
Yes,
around the outside just to make you look at the watered steel. But
yes.
I'm looking at the leather work on the scabbard too. That's really nice.
Very nice, Pete. Very nice.
Really, really good.
Really
I've
good.
got to get back to trying to make some of these because
Yes.
I do leather work because I enjoy it, not because I've got to make a living doing it. And every now and then there are things I see that I really want to try to make.
Yes.
Um,
Just
I,
wanted to say, everyone, those pieces see here, they're really of exceptional quality, guys. As you can see it here, exceptional quality, right?
I'm looking at that wide crossguard, and that is absolutely beautifully conceived.
Yes.
I mean, the way they've worked the patterns in. I mean, the pattern in the center, you might see that on embossed leather in a book cover or something like that, or in a like a calligraph page in a book. Um, but when you apply it to steel and you do it so well, you suddenly realize just how effective you can make. I think that gives the crossguard a lot more life.
Yes.
in the sense that it really you could spend half an hour just looking at the crossguard of that sword,
Yes. Pete,
and
please
that's
note this pommel cap here. You see that? It's also visible crucible steel pattern with a bit of gold inlaying. You see that? It's so beautiful here. Look.
yeah, they're using gold as a highlight to bring your eye towards the watered steel.
Yes.
I mean, you think about it's usually the other way around. People are drawing your eye to the gold, but in this one, particularly, the gold is used to highlight the watered steel rather than the other way around. And I mean, I've seen one particular sword that the crossguard was done that way,
Mm,
and also the belt fittings were done the same way.
mm,
So they were watered steel with gold, little gold bands, which are, like two concentric circles with little flowers or leaves
mm.
filling up between the two lines.
Yes.
And this really strikes me as being in that class or from that family of weapons anyway.
It's really nice. And I'm showing you uh,
Oh,
four different
yeah.
Shamshir blades from this collection. I mean, not they're different collections, but from this book. I mean, Pete,
This
take a
group,
look at
yeah.
these patterns.
See, you've got like big patterns and small patterns,
Yeah.
dense patterns, spread out patterns,
Yes.
and all produced, pretty much in the same
Unbelievable.
way. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
they're really, really good. Some the cooking analogy keeps coming back to me. The bottom left-hand one, it looks like how you sprinkle a little bit of yogurt into the top of the stew or something like that.
Yes, exactly. It's a very good way of thinking what Nilofar came up with, right?
I think so. I think so. I really like it.
I never thought of it before, you know? Yeah.
No, well, I mean, you've got to have a pretty you've got to have a unique perspective on
Yes.
things to find these things and extract them. Um, it every person is capable of having unique ideas, but not every person has them,
Yes.
or they get halfway there and they don't do anything about them. You've got to celebrate when people come up with a new idea and work their way through to make something that's interesting and useful.
Yes.
No,
And
that's good.
Beach, look at the cards here. We saw
Oh,
the one on top, right? But look at the rest.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some. See, we've got all the possibilities here. We've got raised gold work, and the animals in the top left-hand one are beautifully modelled.
Yeah, this one.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, that's really beautifully done. Then the one at the bottom on the left
Yeah.
is a combination of deeply cut steel carving
Yes.
with gold.
Gold. Yes.
And I mean, that works really well too. It's not something I've seen very often. I would
Yes.
imagine it is extremely difficult to do.
Yes.
Then the one on the bottom right, that's just carved steel, which
Yes.
is an amazing thing.
Yes.
When I think about, I've got a uh, I think it's technically a razor. It looks like a cooking knife. It's about that long, with the
Mhm.
steel handle from I think Afghanistan,
Mhm.
and it's um watered steel, but the edge is so fine and so hard. Why I sometimes think maybe it's actually a razor because you can shave with it. Um, but the that hardness in the steel. I mean, I don't know what the process is for annealing um, watered steel to work on it and then reharden it. But I believe it's quite difficult. I might be wrong. I'm not a I'm not a metal worker. Um, but boy, it's really nice. And just that this is a kind of common pattern for pish carbs and card. This kind of it's almost like a quarter of a medallion. You have those beautiful medallions you see in books with very complicated things in a fourfold symmetry. This is just one quarter of it, and it fits perfectly into a single edged blade. Um, Really exceptionally nice.
Really nice. Really nice. And some of the pishkabs here. We saw
Oh
this
yeah.
one, right?
Mm.
Pete, take a look at the back of this one.
Yeah, I knew someone that had a fish carbs with a very wide back like that, where the actual back of the blade was as wide as the tang cover for, about that length. And then it was carved at the end. And
Yes,
this is an absolutely perfect version of that. Walrus ivory grip scales again.
yes,
Um, it's this one seems to be more designed to show off the metalwork on the blade because it's quite sharp corners,
yes,
and that really brings out the design. Um, the uh, the one on the bottom left, I'm looking not so much at the beautiful design on the blade, but on the bolster, that very fine. It's calligraphy, isn't it? It looks like,
yes, it
yeah, it
is.
is calligraphy.
I can say
Really,
this is the framed Persian poem. You see it also on Khanjar. دسته خنجرت جهانگیر است گرچه فقط یک مشت استخوان باشد. The handle of your dagger is going to conquer the world even if it's made of ivory.
hmm,
That's a faint Persian poem.
just, I mean, it's a really beautiful piece of calligraphy fitted into a very thin band.
Okay, it's written on both
Um,
sides, right? I just read,
yeah, oh yeah,
yeah, no, of course.
yeah. You read the whole thing, not just.
Yeah, yes,
But
exactly.
the other thing is just the elegance of every part of the gold work on that, even down to the little bird's eye kind of standing right out.
Yeah,
And then that beautiful old walrus ivory on the hilt.
yes,
Um, as I say, I think I've got a walrus ivory thumb ring actually, and that's beautiful. That
absolutely.
was, I think, 17th or 18th century. It's really quite old too. But you have a look at these, the um the chunkiness of some fish carbs in that they're for a man with a big hand, because one of my friends has got one and he's like 6'2" or 6'3",
Yes,
and his hand fits it perfectly, whereas in my hand my hand looks tiny on it.
yes,
And you kind of think to yourself, everybody who could afford to have a knife made for them would be getting it made exactly to fit their hand.
yes,
And this is we don't even know who this person was probably,
yes.
but we know how big his hand was.
Pete, look at the leather work here.
I love that for that kind of. It's a very popular thing in Iran, and it influenced East and West because, and South if you count Mughal India. But it's very straightforward. If my memory serves me correctly, you get the wooden base of the scabbard, and you draw on it the pattern you want, and then you get little pieces of string and glue them over that pattern, and then you get the leather and you wet it and glue it on and push it around the pieces of string to raise the pattern up.
Yes,
And I mean, this is it's very time constrained work.
yes,
You have a certain amount of time to do it in before the leather gets too hard to be flexible, and or the glue starts to get loose. I
yes,
mean, often they're stitched as well, but it's more common in Persian sword and dagger scabbards that they do the gluing so well they don't need to stitch. They fine the leather down until it's as thick as a sheet of paper where it overlaps. And sometimes you need a magnifying glass to see where the joint is
yes,
because the workmanship is so high. We've got another close up of that metal Peshkab scabbard with the jewels in it.
yes.
Look at the metalwork on that. That is so beautifully done.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
And, it's just stunning.
And the
And
flowers
these are,
match on the 40 base of the blade. Do you see that? So beautiful.
yeah, yeah. So it's using this exactly the same
Yeah,
idea,
yeah,
slightly different execution because of the different materials, but it's out of the same design book. The person that designed the scabbard designed the decoration on the blade.
yes.
What also strikes me is that these are obviously prestige weapons.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Important people had these weapons.
Yes, of
and
course.
they were part of a rich man's jewelry.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, this is
Absolutely.
it
It
shows off
doesn't
your
mean that they
taste.
were not real weapons, guys. That's not
Oh
what
yeah,
they say. Yeah.
yeah, and that's the interesting thing. What is surprising is a sword with gold inlay or a dagger like this. These are meant to be used. If you had a dagger that looked really beautiful but didn't work, your peers, the other rich people, the successful generals or successful um, cavalrymen or whatever, they'd look at it and say, "Oh, this guy just doesn't know what he's doing because his knife
Exactly.
doesn't work or his sword doesn't work." It
Exactly.
was
That's
very
why,
important.
Pete, I have really problem when English speakers, especially, they talk about ceremonial weapons. And when you say
Mm.
ceremonial, many then people who don't deal antiques, they don't have antiques. They always then they have a poor blade. They just use too much decoration on a poor blade.
Yeah.
A king
Well,
will
see,
not have a poor blade, right?
no, no, it's like the Japanese. They would never consider putting a second-rate blade in, and just
Exactly.
because the fittings are pretty. But the other thing is too, within European culture in the 19th century, there were swords you only wore on parade. You had a different sword when you went into battle. So there was a concept in Europe of having different levels of weapon, whereas in Iran and Turkey and Mughal India and even South India, uh, everything was considered it had to be functional, and being functional was part of its beauty.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, it's
Yes. Absolutely. It's very
different
important.
cultural views,
Yes.
different
Very good
cultural.
point. Very good point. So that was it, Pete. I mean, some parts, small parts of the book.
Mm.
What do you think? Isn't it an interesting idea?
I think it's a book I'm going to have to buy a copy of because I really like it. I mean, of course, I might photograph the recipe pages so I don't take the book into the kitchen because that might be a bad thing
You know,
on them.
that's another thing. A guy said, Manusha, this is an art book. Who's going to take it in the kitchen? I said, oh, we didn't think about that part. You're right.
Let us be perfectly honest. 90% of recipe books that are bought to look at, not to use.
Yeah, you're right.
The 10% of people that use them often come up with brilliant meals. Everybody intends to cook out of that cookbook,
Yes.
but yeah, not all cookbooks are actually well written either. You've got to admit that. Um, and particularly really old ones, like from the 16th, 17th century, where they say, "Oh, you put a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of that," and they don't tell you how much the bit is.
Yes.
So, but I mean, I've got cookbooks that I bought to learn about the food, not to use as a cookbook.
You're right.
Because
Yes.
I would read about the food of a particular place and then go to a restaurant that served that food, so I knew what to look forward to enjoy the meal even more. Um,
That's true.
but yeah, I can see the advantages of that. Um, but it looks like a great book. I've got too many books, I will admit. I mean, you can see behind me. That's just a hundredth of the books in my house, and they're gradually bowing the floor.
Yes. That's the
I,
problem.
I've got to get round to getting some oak bookcases that are really strong
Yeah, you're right. That's the best.
because I just buy commercial bookcases because I've got to put the book somewhere otherwise.
Yes.
But no, I do love a good book, and food and weapons are two things I'm quite passionate about,
Yes.
and they're both things which I think are both capable of being art and show the skill of the person that makes, whether it's the dish or whether it is the weapon. Now, I make reasonably good arrows, but I'm a much better cook than I am an arrow maker. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, it really strikes two of my interests. That I'm very happy you showed that to me today.
Thank you very much, Pete. I wish you a nice day and hope to see you on this channel soon. Bye bye.
I look forward to it. Bye.